Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. So, throughout the past LCS season, the spring split, one of the more interesting storylines actually throughout all of it was 100 Thieves and them starting out the season really hot, looking like a really solid team in the lock-in tournament with Damonte playing this roaming style of the Galio, the Twisted Fate, all that stuff. And then 100 Thieves, as the season went on, starting to taper off a little bit, and then having this back and forth between Ryoma and Damonte, and trying to make a decision between two mid laners that honestly neither of them really seemed good enough for what 100 Thieves was trying to do. Ryoma, who we'd already seen in the LTS, kept coming back, and then Damonte was in Academy, and people kept wondering what was going to be going on. Obviously, then this offseason, 100 Thieves goes out and lands Abadage. They spend a crazy amount of money, but then they're left with three mid laners. Obviously, Abba, Ryoma, and Damonte. And obviously, they only have two spots between their main team and their academy. So people were wondering what was going to happen. Obviously, a lot of people were assuming that Papa Smithy would not be parting ways with Ryoma because everyone knows he likes him a lot. Probably most people would say a little bit too much. But Damonte had been teasing what was going to be coming next for him on Twitter for some time. And finally, yesterday, we got the official word from the man himself. He tweeted out, what's next? So in today's video, we're going to be going over just what is next for Damonte, and it should be an interesting, fun little discussion and topic to talk about. But before we get into that, I just want to mention real quick, if you guys have not already, please take a second and smash that like button. I would appreciate it a ton. It really does help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Also subscribe to stay up to date on my latest content so you guys don't miss out on anything we've got going on in the near future. With that being said, here we go. So yeah, Damonte. You know, like I said, he had been teasing a move coming soon. He'd been tweeting about it. You know, at first when the season ended, he was like, wow, I've been grinding for so long. I need to take some time off to make this decision. And then who knows what choices even 100 Thieves gave him. And then, you know, he'd been teasing like, oh, next week, wait until after MSI, gonna make some decisions about the future, blah, blah, blah. And then here we are, 100K views on this little Twitter clip. So, you know, he gets decent engagement on social media and stuff. People seem to like him, especially for you know, he doesn't have a ton of like crazy pop-off performances or anything like that, but he's still built up a very reliable fan base, it seems like. So let's see what Damonte has to say. What is next?
Yo, what's up, guys? I have an announcement here today that for the 2021 summer split, I was unable to find an LCS team, and alongside of that, I've also made the choice now to not pursue any academy offers as well. So basically what this means is that for the next 6 months, this summer split, I'm going to be focusing a lot on content creation. And
so obviously that is big news, and I don't think that surprises too many people. You know, it's always tough to find LCS spots between spring and summer split. Most teams have players signed at least until the end of the year, if not even further. It's really difficult to make these changes, and obviously Damonte was not super convincing during his time with the 100 Thieves. Yeah, at the beginning of the season he was pretty solid, but as a meta change, his performances were simply not good enough, and I'm sure he could have found academy offers and stuff, but like he says, he doesn't want to field academy offers. He's already done the whole playing in academy, getting back to the LCS. He wants to wait for a better opportunity, and obviously he's never you know, taken the time to stream and go for content creation. So yes, obviously this does mean 100 Thieves has decided to move on from Damonte. That means Ryoma will be staying as their academy mid laner, with Abadage as the main team mid laner, and Damonte is kind of kicked to the wayside to figure out what's next for himself. You know, he says he will not be playing in the LCS this next split, but yeah, that is kind of the big kind of mystery that we've all been waiting for to be solved.
And just stepping outside of my normal routine and my normal box of just playing League and grinding for, you know, grinding for the chance to win LCS. Everything kind of lined up for me now that it feels like if I wanted to try this route ever, that this is the time to do it. And I don't think this is going to be an end to anything with me playing in the LCS. I don't intend for that to be I don't intend for this to be an end to me playing in the LCS or anything like that. It's more so just the fact that, you know, I've done the whole process of going from LCS to academy and then working my way back up to LCS before. And
so I think this is a really interesting point. You know, he's talking about how he doesn't intend for this to be an end. He still does want to pursue pro options, pursue LCS options in the future. And I think that's really interesting. And obviously, if you are a fan of Damonte and want to see him in the LCS, you will be really excited to hear that. But I do think a couple of things. One, depending on how well content creation goes for him, streaming, YouTube, he says he's going to do TikTok, all that stuff. If that stuff pops off, maybe he's way happier. Maybe he's making more money. Maybe overall content creation ends up being a better option for him. Now, you know, he's definitely not at that point yet. His socials are all really, really small. He doesn't get a ton of Twitch viewers, doesn't get a ton of YouTube viewers or TikTok or anything like that, at least that I've seen. Maybe his stuff's blown up recently, but I know historically he hasn't been that massive. It's not like a double lift or a sneaky, you know, going to content creation where they have a really, really easy choice there. So if Damonte stuff blows up, maybe he enjoys that stuff way more. You know, like he said, he's never really taken the time to commit to this stuff, and it seems like the perfect time to do it. He's going to give himself 6 months. That'll obviously take us to the next offseason, and then he's going to see. But the other interesting thing there is, you know, he's saying he doesn't see this as an ending, but unfortunately, he is only part of the puzzle. The other part obviously being organizations needing to give him an opportunity, and it's going to be interesting to see. Right now he says he doesn't want to look at academy offers because he's already gone from LCS to academy back to LCS. You know, he's done that grind, and you know, obviously it's not enjoyable. It sucks being in academy, having to work your way up, but he might have to do it again. If he doesn't want this to be the end, he might not have a choice. There is no guarantee that an LCS offer is right around the corner. And unfortunately for Damonte, one of the few things keeping him getting LCS offers was not necessarily his gameplay or his level of play or anything like that. It was the fact that North American mid laners are overall not that good. And if you are one of the competent North American mid laners, you have a ton of opportunity on some teams that don't want to import in the mid lane. But unfortunately for Mr. Damonte, there is still the rumor swirling around that the import rule could be removed for the 2022 season. If that happens, I can almost guarantee you there will not be a spot in the LCS for Damonte. Now again, even if that doesn't happen, there might not be a spot for Damonte. He's already bounced around a lot of these LCS teams. What, he's played on, like, I swear 3, 4, 5 different LCS teams? That's already limiting him, and you know he's not going to Liquid, Cloud9, or like TSM or 100 Thieves. So like he's already dwindling his potential starting LCS spots down to a handful of teams, maybe even a small handful of teams. And then you know, his level of play hasn't been exactly that insane. People can, one, look to import mid, which is a really, really common solution in North America, or two, potentially look at some academy mid laners that, you know, maybe aren't as good as Damonte right now, but show a little more potential and promise. I don't see teams giving Damonte very many more chances, especially right away at an LCS starting position. I think his opportunity is, yeah, maybe he's able to grind, maybe he gets better, maybe he develops, maybe he goes down to academy, smurfs, and then maybe gets his way back up. But if he's not even willing to work his way back up through the academy scene, then this might be the end. This might be the last we have seen of Damonte in the LCS, and that hurts me to say because I really like watching Damonte play. I think he's entertaining. I think he's a great personality. I think he's very charismatic. He's funny. He seems like a good dude, but his level of play, objectively, you know, nameplates off, has not been high enough to consistently keep getting LCS positions when I'm looking at a lot of this stuff. So, yeah, he says this is not an end. He says he doesn't intend for this to be an end, but just because he doesn't intend, it's not his decision, obviously. Now, I don't know what connections he has behind the scenes. I don't know what offers he's gotten or anything like that, but obviously he didn't get any LCS offers in this little offseason period. So, yes, the offers are more likely to come in the next offseason period, actually between Worlds and Spring Split, when more rosters have opening positions. But for a guy that had a, you know, less than impressive Spring Split, sitting out the Summer Split, not playing competitive at all, I don't think LCS teams are going to be knocking down his door with offers in this next offseason. That's just kind of what I think. Again, I'm not like a Damonte hater or anything like that, but that's just my objective opinion as somebody that, like, you know, analyzes these situations and stuff a lot, talks about a lot of this stuff. I think it's going to be very, very difficult for him to find a team. So I really hope content creation goes well, or I hope he ends up getting to the point where he's okay with academy offers, because I'm sure there's academy and amateur teams willing to take him on and giving him an opportunity, obviously for not much money or anything. And even at that time, you'd still want to have your socials and stuff built up so you can play amateur and still stream after games and stuff, and post YouTube videos and still make a ton of money. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough, and I don't know if I don't know if he's in the right kind of mindset for what's going on. I don't know if he's being realistic enough with himself.
And I feel like it would be more beneficial for me after a very, very turbulent 2 years to just take a step back, keep playing solo queue, and, you know, focus on other stuff that I haven't really done before. And I hope all of you guys will still support me. And
I really like that part where he's talking about, you know, focus on stuff he's never done before, because I totally agree. You know, esports careers are not that long. While he's relevant, while people know who he is, while he's in the spotlight, try and take advantage of stuff as much as you can. I think all pro players, all people, obviously as a content creator myself, I think all of these people should be doing way more content creation, should be way more building their personal brands, putting eggs in different baskets, not just into the I'm going to be a pro player basket, because that works out for so few people for so few years. It's really, really tough. And anyone can be a content creator. Now, not everyone's going to do good, not everyone's going to succeed. And honestly, when I've seen Damonte's stuff, I haven't seen his TikTok yet, but when I see his YouTube and his Twitch, the stuff, it's honestly not that good. But he's just starting out, so that's okay. But he does definitely, if he's going to go full-time with content creation, he needs to really, really go for it. And, you know, he needs to improve quality. He needs to do content that actually works on those platforms. He needs to actually do stuff that's going to help him grow and thrive, not just be a pro player streaming. You know, there's a million of those. You need to stand out. You need to do something exceptional, and that's how you really, really grow. And I hope he does some things like that. I hope he gets good advice. I hope he has people on his team or him personally studying, researching, because all the information's out there. How to grow on YouTube, how to be successful on Twitch, how to be successful on TikTok, all that stuff's out there. He has the energy, he has the personality to be able to do it, but you actually, just like a pro player needs to practice and study and research and think about, you know, theorize how they're going to exactly do everything in the game or out of the game, or the best ways to do everything. You need to do that same mindset with content creation. It is really an around the clock thing. And if he just tries to kind of put you know, if he just tries to, I'm just going to go live, I'm just going to, you know, stream my solo queue games and go live, and you know, that is not how he's going to optimize and maximize, you know, him growing on some of these other things. And he really could be leaving a lot of money on the table, and potentially, you know, even a lot of happiness and stuff as well. So right now, he's definitely not there. He's definitely not at a point where he's going to be able to grow to a massive, massive content creator. I don't think. He has a lot of the tools, but these things take time. You have to take time to learn. You have to take time to understand the game. It is something totally different, and I think he'll get there in time if he gives it his all. But there is a lot of people that come in and try to half-ass the stuff too, and then they're like surprised when it doesn't work out for them.
Will still come out to my streams, and I'll be streaming on twitch.tv/Damonte pretty much 5-6 days a week, as much as I can. And outside of that, like I'm posting on YouTube every day. Got a TikTok going, and yeah, I'm just gonna make the most out of this opportunity, and just gonna give it my all. You know, I think from playing LCS for so long, I really have developed a very good work ethic, and I think if I apply myself to streaming and content creation, it's going to be a really good thing. And for everyone who made it to the end of the video, I'm going to be live on Twitch right now. Link is
So there it is, Mr. Damonte. Definitely go check him out at twitch.tv/Damonte if you are interested in his content and stuff. Like he said, he has YouTube and TikTok as well. I'm really excited. I hope he grows into an awesome content creator. You know, I think League of Legends could always use more content creators. I think a lot of the people in the space are stale, old, you know, not developing, not doing new things, not trying, not experimenting. And I hope Damonte doesn't fall into that kind of category, because I think that is very, very easy. I think we need people to push the boundaries, do new things. It does suck that just recently, obviously, Riot came out and announced that, you know, only like 6 people will be able to co-stream. Because I think Damonte co-streams of the LCS would be pretty interesting, and would also help him grow his brand a lot pretty quickly. Obviously, as a guy who is funny and has a ton of game knowledge and has a ton of just stories and stuff about the LCS. So that sucks. Kind of bad timing for him there. But as far as the other things going on, you know, he's kind of updated his socials. He has Damonte, financial advisor and streamer. Then also we have obviously the statement from 100 Thieves Esports that said, in the past few weeks, we discussed various options with Damonte to be a part of our League of Legends program. So I wonder what that could have meant. I don't know if that means like coaching opportunities, or, you know, did they have an offer for it? Could he have split time with Ryoma on Academy? Could they have let him try out for the Academy team? I don't know exactly what this would have meant, but they have mutually decided to part ways for him to pursue his own content creation path. And people were saying, you know, maybe he'll get picked up by 100 Thieves eventually as a content creator. That'd be crazy. That'd be cool. But obviously right now, you know, he's not there yet. The size, nothing, none of the analytics would make sense there. But Tanner, good luck in the future. We wish you all the best. I definitely do as well. I know there are a ton of Damonte fans out there who are rooting for him. I hope he does well. Hopefully we'll see him, you know, in Academy, in LCS, something like that again. If we do see him in LCS again, I hope it is a better version of himself than we've seen previously. But he's definitely a guy that I am rooting for. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I'd appreciate it so much. It really does help me out the YouTube algorithm. Leave a comment down below. Do you think this is the last we've seen of Damonte in the LCS? If not, what team do you think is going to pick him up? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace!